Predator is directed by Shane Black and is a film that I was relatively excited for, mainly because it was directed by Shane Black. And some of you may know this, but I really, really love Shane Black. I love the first two Lethal Weapons films, which he wrote. I love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I love The Nice Guys, obviously. And I don't mind Iron Man 3. I think it's actually quite a fun film and it had some nice sort of subversive elements to it. And that, along with the fact that, you know, we have a pretty good cast here and some other great people working behind the scenes, made me quite excited to see The Predator. And this is one of the more disappointing films I've seen this year. I don't think that it's very good. In fact, I would say that it's very forgettable. It's not bad, it's just quite forgettable. So let's talk about why I think it's bad. Firstly, the structure. I think that the first hour or so of this film is very messy in that it has quite a few storylines. You know, you have A, B, and C kind of going in parallel, and it has to kind of cut between A, B, and C that we kind of get an idea of who's where and so on and so forth. And I just thought that the way that they went about doing that was incredibly messy. And overall, I just felt that the pace and the rhythm of that first hour did not work, and it felt very jarring and jumpy. Because we were never really in a certain location for longer than, I don't know, say 5 minutes, I don't think we ever got a sense of the atmosphere or the tension or the investment that they needed for us to have in these characters, in these locations. And so number one problem was definitely the pacing and the structure. And the second problem for me was the story. It's nothing new. It's just kind of meh. It's very forgettable and it's very predictable. And save for the ending, there aren't really many big surprises that happen in the film that, you know, aren't revealed in the trailer, which was quite disappointing. And overall, I just think that Shane Black is someone who I expected more from him, especially from a writing perspective, because the screenplay for this film was quite weak. So I already talked a little bit about the story, but also the characters. I thought that the characters were quite weak as well, and I think that my issue with the characters in this film were very similar to my issues with the characters in Pacific Rim, in that they aren't defined by what they do throughout the film. They are defined by what people say that they used to do, which is why, for me, the best moments in this film are the moments in which these characters are interacting that feel organic and feel real, and give us an idea and a look at their backstory, which is why I thought that two of my favourite characters were Keegan-Michael Key and Thomas Jane. They were definitely the comedic element, and by the way, this film is quite funny, and in fact it's very funny, which does take away quite a bit from the tension and the drama in the film. In fact, it takes away from all the tension and drama in the film, and I just think that the comedic aspect worked, but it worked too well to the point where I couldn't really take anything seriously. And it was definitely Keegan-Michael Key and Thomas Jane who had the best comedic lines, and they probably had the best character moments. The rest of the characters were fine. I thought Trevante Rhodes was decent. I thought Boyd Holbrook was good. Olivia Munn was alright. Like, they're all good actors. It's just a shame that the material that they're working with, you know, it could be better. I just wish that we could actually spend more time with the characters and build tension and build relationships around them and stuff like that. And the action scenes as well, they weren't very good. Yeah, it's very sort of generic action filmmaking. There isn't any shaky cam or quick cuts. But I just feel like we're at a point now where we should be seeing more innovative and ambitious stuff in a film like Predator, which is why I did actually quite enjoy Predators, the 2010 or 2011 film, whenever it came out, because I think that film, they tried to do something new with it, and I felt that in terms of action, they did deliver quite a bit, whereas with this film, yeah, no, it didn't really work for me at all. And usually when I review a bad film, at least I can still say that it looks nice, or the music is good. But unfortunately, I can't say that for Predator, because this film is shot by Larry Fong, who is such a talented cinematographer. His work with Zack Snyder has been amazing. He shot Kong Skull Island, which I thought looked beautiful, and here it's just really, really dark. Not in terms of like tone or mood, but in terms of like visuals. Like, it's just dark, like it's underlit. Like, you can't really see what's going on. At no point in the film do they ever do anything cool or stylish with the visuals at all. And so I was very, very disappointed with what they were able to achieve with the visuals. And also the music. This film is composed by Henry Jackman, who is one of my personal favourite composers. Some of his work with Matthew Vaughn is just like best ever. Like Kingsman, X-Men First Class, Kick-Ass, it's all so good. And here with this film, yeah, he's just reusing Alan Silvestri's score, And yeah, the music again just wasn't very interesting at all, and it was very disappointing because Larry Fong and Henry Jackman are two very talented individuals whose skills I think are kind of wasted on this film. I'm trying to think of one or two good things aside from the comedic aspect, but there aren't really any. I guess the production value's there and the CGI looks good and stuff like that, and the acting's half decent, but overall I would say that The Predator is a very disappointing film. Aside from that ending, nothing much really happens, which is why I'm going to give this film a C minus. Guys, thank you very much for watching this review if you watched it. Yeah, don't go watch Predator. I mean, you can if you want to, but I think that there are probably better stuff that you could be watching at home or in cinemas. I do appreciate the fact that this film definitely took a lot of effort to make because, you know, all films take a lot of effort to make. But I guess when it comes out, you know, not so well, I do have to be honest about it. And I do still like Shane Black. I just hope that he, you know, makes films like more films like The Nice Guys and less films like this. But yeah, thank you for watching my review for The Predator. Please stay tuned for a video essay that should be coming out very soon. Thank you.